Be strong.
Good morning, Zambia, and good morning, Africa. And to those of you who are joining us from across the world, a warm welcome to the Arise Breakfast Show. My name is Fungisai.
And my name is Rudolph, and we are here to serve you with your Sunday morning dose of inspiration, information, and revelation.
You got that right. So we have a lot in store for you, as he has just said.
Yes,
inspiration, revelation. I cannot wait for you to see what we have in store. A healthy dose of fashion and lifestyle, health and fitness.
And don't forget your sport as well as your weather.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So please stay tuned and wait for our weather girl.
Be strong. Be strong.
Good morning and welcome to the Rise Breakfast Show. My name is Chapasha and I bring to you the weather report for today. We'll start with Lusaka. Today's weather in Lusaka is at 20 degrees Celsius, which means it is fairly warm. So if you're going to church or preparing to go to church, you might want to dress down so you don't feel too hot. We cross over to Chipata and our weather for today is 21 degrees Celsius. Kitwe and Ndola are both standing at 19 degrees Celsius, which means it's fairly warm and it's going to get really warm during the week. So you might also want to just dress down and wear really light clothes. We cross over to Livingston, which is at 21 degrees Celsius. It is a bit warmer than Lusaka. You also want to dress down if you're in Livingston. And today we have a picture from the Czech Republic, particularly Prague, which is at 3 degrees Celsius. It is quite cold. So if you're in the Czech Republic, do ensure that you keep warm and wear the right clothing. We cross over to Canada, and that is Toronto. It is also at 3 degrees Celsius, which means it is quite cold and you might want to wear very warm clothes. I cross over to Joel, who will be giving us a sports update.
Be strong. Be strong. Be strong. Be strong. Be strong.
Thank you so much for that amazing weather report. I believe people will take into consideration, before you go out there with your warm coats and everything. Yes, wasting much time with the sports. Yes, so wasting time to get right into it. So on Thursday, the 25th of March, Zambia met Algeria in the AFCON qualifiers at the national. Yes, and what do you think about the penalty, though? The second penalty.
Honestly, I'm still seeking the Lord in that one. Whether that was meant to be, or there was some sort of divine intervention.
Yeah.
But look, all in all, it made for a very interesting match, and we just end up having to accept the scoreline at the end of the day. What do you think?
Well, I don't really know what to say about that. Like. You can almost say that the guy just dropped, like he just went to the ground, like like I know what I'm up to, that kind of thing. But anyways, so the game was 3-3 at full time, and that unfortunately meant that our boys are out and they don't get to go to the Africa Cup. Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and in other related news, the coach, the Chipolo coach, Milutin Micho Sredejovic, says that he has the core of the team. He feels that he has the core of the team that can take Zambia to the World Cup. And I actually got a chance to see people post different things. Some were saying, if you just plant onion in the Heroes Stadium, like there's no point, and things like that. Yeah, wow. I got to see another clip where people are laughing at the national team preparing, like they were showing the difference between Algeria preparing and Zambia, and there's like our boys were just like having fun and things like that.
I think I saw that. Yeah, but anyway, I think it's important for us to continue supporting, our team. And
I agree.
I also actually like how adamant the coach is insisting that, look, in spite or despite the result that we recently got, I still believe in this team, and that's something really admirable.
Exactly. So I really do feel it was actually an optimistic statement as well, like following the results and everything. Yeah. So the Zambia is in Group B of the Qatar 22 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, and will face Tunisia, Mauritania, and Equatorial Guinea. Yeah. So in international sports, and I really do hope I do sound international, chiefly British. England won against San Marino with a superb performance, securing their victory with 5-0 at Wembley Stadium.
That is an interesting squad.
Yes, and in women's football, Manchester United women. I know Pastor is
come on, Manchester United.
Yes, Manchester United women beat West Ham United with 2-0 in the FA Women's Super League yesterday at Old Trafford.
Wow, that's really good. That's really good.
Yes, all right, and be sure to look forward to the upcoming UEFA matches. Real Madrid will be playing Liverpool on the 6th of April. Manchester City means Dortmund on the same day, and Bayern will play PSG on the 7th of April.
Those are really exciting fixtures.
Yes.
And so, as usual, every Sunday we get to give the fun fact. So what is today's fun fact?
All right, I am really excited about today's segment. I bring to you Tony Dungy. Yes, though he's retired, Tony was both an NFL player and a coach. He played a variety defense and special teams positions throughout his career, and coached the Indianapolis Colts to their Super Bowl victory in 2007. Now, what really stands out for me in this man's life is that he has become an influential author and speaker known for his book Quiet Strength and his involvement with All Pro Dad, which is a program that encourages ethical fatherhood behavior.
Wow.
And his Christian faith inspires every single thing that he has accomplished, and it can be seen in his philosophies towards coaching and life. And he has also been reported to have at one point considered leaving his coaching career to go into prisons ministry.
Wow. One thing I actually love about Mr. Tony's life is the fact that he has refused to be boxed, if I can put it that way. He was a player and he transitioned to becoming a coach.
Exactly.
Next thing, he's an author.
Right.
And so it speaks to me as well as, the need for us to continue seeking God on who we are, because there are many facets to who our identity can be manifested into.
Exactly.
Remember I talked about that revelation. Here it comes, guys. Here it comes.
Right.
There are many facets of who we are, and so many times we box ourselves, or we allow the world to box us And yeah, it's interesting to see him transitioning into so many dimensions.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And just a reminder to our viewers that do send anything that you find as worthy of sports fun facts. Send about Christians that are in sports, and we will definitely show it here on the Rise Breakfast Show. Thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Great. So that was our sport with the main man, Joel himself. And please stay tuned as we get into one of my favorite segments, which is Foundation Class. Trust me, you don't want to miss today's Foundation Class. See you soon.
Be strong. Be strong.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Arise Breakfast Show. As I said, I'm really excited about today's foundation class, and we have none other than our very own elder, Mr. Maronga, here to share some insights. So today, as you know, or you might not know, but now you're going to know that today's service is actually Women's Sunday. So the women are actually taking us on. So in light of this, we want to speak a little bit about our women and celebrate our women. So, sir, how are you this morning?
I'm fine.
Thank you so
Pastor
much.
Rudolph, it's a pleasure to be.
Thank you so much for
Rise
joining
Breakfast
us.
Show.
Yeah.
I've made it in life. I'm on the breakfast show.
It's always a pleasure. For me, I always say that it's always a pleasure to see you on this side of the camera, because you are usually the man behind the scenes making things happen, you know.
Oh, wow,
But yeah,
wow.
it's always good to have you on this side as well.
Awesome. I'm excited about today's topic,
Yeah.
Pastor Rudolph. Women's Sunday. I don't know what the women have planned, but I know it's going to be explosive. It's going
True.
to be explosive.
True.
Yeah. One of the things that I feel, we are where we are today because of women.
True.
Yeah. Interesting story, and I'm sure online Nyasha is watching.
Yeah. She always does.
I went to a school pursuing a woman. And when I got
tell
there-
us.
And when I got there, that didn't work out. Story for another day. But I met Nyasha, and I
Wow.
always, this is my young sister, Kanshi. She became my young sister
It's
for real.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's how I met my wife, and today the story is history. So the importance of women, unsung heroes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The woman who leads you to your destiny.
True.
At the end of the day, you've got people like Rahab in the Bible. I think not a lot is spoken about people like Rahab,
Yes.
but she revolutionized or changed the scope of things
Very true.
by just protecting or following God's instruction to protect two spies.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, she
made history.
She made history.
True.
You know what I mean? You've got, of course, Esther. The Esther fast pretty much saved an entire nation, and very popular fast up to today.
Amongst us, even set apart,
Yes,
anointed
even
life
if they're
ministries.
set apart people watching, then they definitely know what we're talking about there.
Yeah.
Ruth, position yourself like Ruth.
Wow,
You know what I mean, man of God. So I'm saying, women at the end of the day play a cardinal role in our lives.
Very
a woman gave birth to us. A woman has stood by us up to today.
Yeah.
When I think about my wife, I wouldn't stick around myself during hard times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she's been there, always making sure she encourages me, and she has taught me one of the most fundamental lessons in just being the right kind of picture for my daughter.
Wow.
Yeah, my daughter's she's turned 13, so she's a teenager. It's a new chapter.
Yeah.
How many more years until you're a teenager?
I still have like 10 more years to go.
Tell her to take her time.
Take her time and not rush there.
Yeah, so it's just a whole new chapter that maybe I never really took into consideration.
Yeah.
Like, and now it's a reality. There's so many things going on in her life right now, and as a father, I play a cardinal role in making sure that she grows up in the right kind of way, raising her up in the right kind of way. And thanks to my wife, because obviously there are things she went through when she was a teenager, and she's able to just guide me to say, oh, okay, look, when you're talking to her, this is how she's gonna feel when this is, and we've had a couple of real conversations. We have we have a date, well, when we can have a date, and we try to have real conversations where I promised her that, look, whatever we discuss, whether I'm unhappy about it, it does not leave the confines of this safe space, and I cannot use it against you after we've had this conversation. And I've seen that something is happening within her. So we take it for granted that because what problems do they have at 13?
At
you know
that
what I mean?
age.
But whatever
going through
problem
so
it is,
much,
it's actually quite real. So wow, I can say so much about women, man of God. I am excited about today's service, and I celebrate each and every woman who's watching this show. Know that you are special. You are, destiny linkers. You are people behind so many things, behind power. Because men were put as the head of the home. So at the end of the day, we are the power, but nobody ever speaks about what drives the power.
Come on now.
And women are those who drive the power.
Come on. I hope now that I spoke about revelation, you guys can relate with me. Today's episode of the Breakfast Show is so powerful, and thank you so much for bringing light to the role that women play in our lives. And I love the fact that you are learning these things about how to deal with a teenager, because trust me, sir, I will be knocking at your door in 10 years time and saying, sir, you remember those lessons? Give me the notebook, I need to read.
I always just say, if she's at least less than 5% of what I was as a teenager, I'm good.
You're
I
good.
can handle that. I can handle that.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
But we praise God for the grace. At the end
True.
of the day.
Okay. And I think one question I would want to ask you, there's a saying that beside every powerful man is a powerful woman. Even as we are speaking about the role that women play in our lives, what role would you say your wife has played into shaping the man that we see today?
Wow. That's a good question, Pastor Rudolph. I think there's so much growth. I think generally as men it takes us a while to grow. True. And there's so much growth that I've seen thanks to my wife. Even in areas of things like finances, just discipline in general. She's played cardinal roles where she's been able to give me lessons. There's a way women give lessons. And half the time we never want to accept. But in our silent place we
I learned a good one.
Alright, no, that was true. I'll probably change it around and say, no, but this is my stuff. But she's really taught me what patience looks like. I think women have a huge what can I say? What's the word?
Ability to stretch and accommodate. I can really relate.
And at the end of the day, I've seen that I've actually become a more patient person. And being able to use that even in other walks of life, workplace, dealing with people in business and stuff like that. And then foresight is also that's one thing. A woman can see things that you just can't see. They have this angle. Like for me, I'm saying, no, this is clear cut.
This
It's
is
like
great. This is good.
clear
It's-
cut.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they're like, no, but have you looked at
And
it from this
angle.
point?
Yeah.
No, but it doesn't matter. And and eventually we get saved from so many. Most of the problems that I've found myself in have been those moments where I've not listened
Wow.
to that counsel.
Yeah,
And at the end of the day, I always tell my children, like, if you are the one who's been left with the responsibility,
Yeah.
you can't say, no, it wasn't me.
True.
You know what I
true,
mean?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'm being Adam. God came to the Garden of Eden and said, Adam, he didn't call Eve.
Yeah, yeah.
He wasn't even worried about Eve.
True.
You know what I mean? And it's like, so you can't then look back and say, no, it's not me, it's her.
Yeah.
And man of God, there are some bad situations we end ourselves in, and most of the time our wives, our mothers, they would have told us, look, son, I don't think this is hubby.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the right way
True,
to go about
true.
it. But and when you end up in that place, it's always in Shona they say "Den on the way benzi."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is like maybe is for fools.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So at the end of the day, the kind of things that I've started learning after that's the growth I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I've learned now to listen to my wife more, take into consideration, because what I think is clear cut, she gives me that good second opinion, and
Yeah.
it comes from a great place,
Yeah.
because obviously it's also going to affect her if I don't deal with the situation correctly.
Yeah.
So growth for me, I think, is one of the most cardinal things I've actually picked
Wow.
from my wife.
I can so relate to that. Like the man that I am now and the very young man that I was when I met my wife, such a huge difference.
Yeah.
And maybe the last question that I would want to ask you, we have our own mother here in Anointed Life Ministries, the chief servant, Pastor Gladys Paswani. What value would you say she has added to your life over the years? I'll tell you one thing that sometimes I might not even get an opportunity to mention. For me, one thing that she has done, she has been a very strong prophetic voice in my life.
Wow.
So a lot of the things that I do with precision is because she literally tells me, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do.
Wow.
And when I go back to God and I begin to seek God on those things, I realize that there are things that she told me 3 years ago that I only begin to realize 3 years later that, oh my God, this is what she was saying.
Wow.
And it resonates with what the Holy Spirit will be also impressing on my heart. So she has been, I can literally pinpoint to the number of things that she has released a prophetic word over my life. So what would you say about your journey with Pastor Gladys Paswani?
Wow.
In 5 minutes. In 5 minutes.
Lots to say.
Yeah.
Probably starting from what I said before. You see, destiny.
Yeah.
I ended up in a school where I met Nyasha.
Yeah.
Nyasha led me to my wife.
Yeah.
And eventually found ourselves in Zambia. And interesting story that I was at the same church where I met mom and dad in Zimbabwe, Word of Life Ministries. And it was my mom who used to force me to be an usher every Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah, as a difficult teenager, but she said, you're going to do whatever nonsense you're doing, but Sunday,
every Sunday
you're going to make sure
you're-
that you go for church. So, you know what I mean? And eventually I'm in Zambia, and, so many things were happening. Life was happening.
Yeah.
And, we were blessed to find ourselves with mom. You know what I mean? So it's amazing how small things like that, small relationships led us to one. For me, I think one thing that I love about Pastor Gladys is that she doesn't give up on people.
True.
Yeah,
True.
And I think for me and my wife, one of the hardest things we faced was feeling like people gave up on us.
Yeah.
Like these teenagers who
Yeah.
just became pregnant,
Yeah.
they think they can do this on their own.
Mhm.
They're in so much debt and what. Like, I don't remember a time where she gave up on us.
Yeah.
Like, even there are some things where I think when I'd be talking, I'm just thinking, this woman must just think,
Just think,
this is a lost cause. You know what I mean? But I am the lost cause that at the end of the day she saved.
Wow.
So
Wow.
beyond
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And
Yeah.
I can actually attest to my life being saved and changed thanks to her.
Wow.
My relationship with my wife, one of our many times when
Yeah.
we had decided, look, I think it's time that we just went our separate ways.
Yeah.
And mom said, look, you need to make a decision. It's either you are great people divorced,
Yeah.
or you're great people married.
Yeah.
Whatever the case, whichever path you pick, you still need to do the work.
Yeah.
And
Such a powerful lesson.
it gave us food for thought. Like, okay, so if we're going to work hard to be great
Yeah.
parents and great ex-husband and
Yeah.
wife, we might as well put that
in the
effort
same word
in
to making sure
that this relationship saves. So there's so many times that she has saved our relationship, saved my life,
Yeah.
by just very simple conversation. A lot of people say mom is soft, but she's got these punchlines.
Yeah. True.
She's got these punchlines that really hit home.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, thank you, mom.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for those punchlines.
True.
And never giving up on us. And today we are here at Anointed Life. We are probably also members of Set Apart. We are set apart
Yeah.
because you heeded to an instruction.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's any amount of thank you or any kind of materialistic value that we can ever place on the things you've done on our lives. And may God continue to bless you in that regard.
Amen. Amen. Look, Elder, time is never enough when we begin to talk. But thank you so much for just pouring out. Thank you so much for the lessons that you have shared with us. I know that personally there are some lessons I will be going to this man. So if you are a member of Anointed Life Ministries, please make sure that you make use of this great resource that we have of a man. Thank you so much. So we are going to be moving on to fashion and lifestyle. Still one of my favorite segments as well. So please stay tuned for fashion and lifestyle.
Be strong.
It's rated X. That means you're extra, extraordinary.
Be strong. Be strong.
How can you keep fit on a budget? Guys, no excuses. You can go outside for a walk. You can run. Give your garden boy the day off and rake the lawn. Do up the weeds in your garden. Wash your clothes. So many ways in which you haven't even spent a single bit of money, but you're still working out, you're still getting good sweat in, and you're getting chores done at the same time. So killing two birds with one stone. If you are looking to spend money, but not too much, 3 pieces of equipment I would recommend: resistance band, physio ball, and a good set of dumbbells. Girls, stay away from 1 kg. Guys, stay away from the 50 kgs. Nice 5 kg set of dumbbells, 10 kg for the guys, 5 for the girls. More than adequate to give you a good pump. Right now I'm doing cardio, body weight only. And also remember that your own weight is more than adequate resistance. Think about that. What 3 foods should we all stay away from? Number 1, soft drinks and beer. Provides no nutrition, high in carbs, high in calories, high in sugar. All that is bad for your body. If you're trying to stay fit or trying to keep fit, you want natural foods. Number 2, processed meats. Again, no nutrition. They have high sodium, 400 times more sodium than their natural counterparts. And also, hardly any natural meat in them. So you're not getting much nutritional value from them. Number 3, processed foods in general. Things like canned meats, canned fruits. Guys, we live in Zambia. We've got fruits that grow on trees. Why don't we just pluck them and eat those? If you don't have any fruits at home, buy fresh fruits. Try and eat fresh foods as much as possible. We've got fish, we've got meats. All those are readily available. Just make your choices wisely. So, yeah, guys, there you go. And then the third one is, what workout routine can we all easily adopt? My rule of thumb is, you don't need to be a pro, no need to go to the gym. Just adopt some form of movement into your life. Something that will fit into your lifestyle, into your timeline, into your budget. Keep moving. I don't know what that looks like. 5 days a week. Find something that will keep you moving. Let's get fit, guys.
Be strong.
Welcome back to the Arise Breakfast Show. If you're just joining us, my name is Fungisai, and beside me is the gorgeous
Chapasha Kapasa.
I like the way you said that. So welcome to it. We are here. You just watched a fashion piece, which is fashion for church and health and fitness. But before we go into talking about those particular segments, Chipasha, we have a couple of shout outs that we would like to give to our audiences.
Yes.
Please
we
go
just
ahead.
Want to say hello to those of you that are catching us. We want to send a shout out to Mapalo Lushomo Duweka. Hey girl, thank you for catching us. Nyasha Natasha, thank you for catching us. Weza Kalea, Pastor Gladys Peswani, the chief servant, is also watching. Thank you for watching. And Veronique Malupande, thank you for watching the Arise Breakfast Show. Guys, keep sending in your comments in the comment section. We do want to send a shout out to you, and also we just want to know that you are watching. Make sure you leave us a comment in the comment section and let us know if you're enjoying the show. So we cross over.
Absolutely. So thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. To those of you who we didn't mention, we still appreciate you too. So feel free to drop a comment if there's anything that you'd like us to say, or shout out to anyone else out there. And also, we're going to have service review in a little bit. So please be made aware that service review is a call-in segment. So the number to call is 0973-048-141. I'll say it again. The number to call for service review is 0973-048-141. Now, you just watched a fashion piece for Fashion for Church, and that was Brano's collection all the way from Tanzania. Now, interesting story. The owner of Brano's collection is a designer. Her name is Bahati, and she's absolutely amazing. You can check her out on Instagram at Brano's Collection, on Twitter at Brano's Collection. I visited Tanzania a couple of years back.
Great.
And I visited her shop. Oh my gosh, she made an amazing outfit
stuff
for me.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I actually wore it at one of these amazing red carpet events. I'm sure you can see the picture on the screen. It was an amazing dress. Everybody kept asking me, where did you have this dress made? And that dress was made by the beautiful Bahati of Brano's Collection. So if you would like an elegant piece, be sure to look her up on her Instagram and Twitter page. Reach out to her. She does do shipping. And we also had health and fitness. Oh, but before we get into health and fitness, Chipasha, tell me a little something about fashion.
Okay. I was thinking you were going to ask me about fitness. So I was like, okay.
There is something I need to ask you about fashion. What's your relationship with fashion?
Well, if you've known me for a while, you know that I love fashion. And I'm more of an elegant pieces type of person, so I might just call Brano. I really like her pieces. They are my style, so yeah.
So, fun fact, when did fashion begin to evolve? When did we move from caveman clothing to pieces like this?
All right, so fashion basically started evolving around the 1960s. And in the 1960s, women didn't really there wasn't anything exquisite, elegant, funky, or anything like that. Basically, the dress code back in the day was conservative. As we moved down into the 1980s, then we saw the bell bottoms for the men, the leather shoes for the men, and we also saw miniskirts for the women. So a lot of evolving in fashion was done in the 1980s, and we could attest to 1980s to 1990s. We could attest to brands coming on. Back in the day when I was a teenager, I wore Billabong and Diesel. They were a thing. So if you didn't own one, whether it was a knockoff or OG, it didn't really matter as long as it was written Billabong somewhere there. So you were good. So basically that has been the evolving of fashion, and then today we are where we are today, where we see fancy pieces like the one you're wearing, Mrs. Maronga. I actually need that dress in my wardrobe, so after the show, please put it
I got you,
and
girl.
put it in
I
my
got you.
handbag so I can rock it next time.
I got you. But one of the things that I would like to note is that, fashion is what you make it. And I feel like we're at a time where we redefine fashion depending on what we are comfortable wearing. And as women who are godly women, we dress appropriately. And I absolutely love the pieces that Bahati was showcasing for Brano's collection. If you are looking for something fun to wear to church, that's the place to go. And you said 1960s. I read somewhere that we moved from K-wear to clothing 170,000 years ago. So you can look that up.
Really
that's a really long time.
Yeah.
And she talked about all these brands. I'm thinking, Billabong, girl, you are young.
Wow. Okay, that was a serious
I
question.
remember
But
Tommy Hilfiger,
I'm not as young.
Calvin Klein, pedal pushers. Shout out to all my sisters who wore pedal pushers back in the day. But thank you so much. Okay, so tell me something about your health and fitness journey.
Oh, I'm fit. I don't exercise, but I'm fit.
I hope you enjoyed the health and fitness piece. We are going into service review. I don't know about you being fit, but everybody needs to exercise. So I hope that video was encouraging. We talked a lot about doing what you can with what you have where you are.
Yeah.
So exercise, it's not an excuse for you to sit at home and not do something. I take walks, Okay, every night after work, I take walks.
Ultimately, your health is your wealth, so you need to take care of your body. So after watching that clip, I'm definitely considering exercise.
Girl, you better. You better. We'll be right back. This review.
Be strong. Be strong.
Welcome back to the Arise Breakfast Show. It has been quite the morning.
Yes, it has been really great show, I must say.
I must say so myself. I hope you guys at home are enjoying. Joel, are you?
Oh, I sure am.
We now that time of service review, and seeing as though the show comes on every fortnight, we've had two segments that we would like to talk about. Off with Youth Sunday.
Yeah, I think only me and Joe are excited. Selling us out. Like the young ones here.
Now you all are the youth.
Yeah.
Well, can I just say you guys outdid yourselves?
Yeah, it was an
amazing
awesome
service.
service.
Thank you.
We did enjoy it as well. So Youth Sunday was really great. For those of you that didn't watch it, you can go to our Facebook page, Anointed Life Ministries, and you'll be able to catch it from there.
Yeah.
And just in case you're preparing for church, you're not so sure where to go, you are very welcome to Anointed Life Ministries. We have open arms. We're ready to welcome you, smile at you, and even hug you. Oh no, there is COVID. We're not. Apostle Emmanuel Kasonde preached on Sunday, and he's one of us.
Yeah.
It was really great to hear a young man just download mysteries, revelation straight from heaven. And what really stood out for me in the service when he spoke about how, as a young person, you are the things that you're doing now are an investment for what you will be in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
I sat down to think about it, and I realized it's really, really true. Whatever I am doing now, or the harvest that I have now, is a product of what I did some 5 years back. 5 years back, my parents told me, study, go to school, get a degree, and then now I'm able to get a job, even though it might not be the ultimate thing that I want to do, and be able to interact with others at a certain level because of the investments that I made back then.
Yeah. Joe, how did you find
I think it was useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great time, and I may not really talk about the sermon. Just talk about everything. Talk about
You're dancing.
worship.
Especially dancing.
This man has
Yes.
moves, right? This man has
You know,
moves.
and you know what? Like I really when I just came to Anointed Life, like, I think I would be dancing close to my seat, and then I remember when she would be like, she would tell Elder Moronga, like, you should be taking this guy to the front. So like it was wonderful. We did we did a chant. We sang a song in Shona, and oh my goodness, it was amazing. Like as youths, yes, we were saying, devil, you have no place in our lives. And the praise and worship was amazing, and we got to see people just express their talent, and just beautiful. And was it Tally? The song was amazing, beautiful. Yes, so that's what stood out for me, but the service in general was amazing.
Yeah. No, it surely was. I really did it myself too, and I love that Dr. Kasonde's mom came to support him.
That
He was preaching. It was really good, and we are actually competing with ourselves. So we must try to measure ourselves with anyone else, our own journeys to run and so we must be able to look to God, and so that He can show us the version of ourselves that we are competing with. And I thought that was really, really profound. Yeah.
One of the things that you might not know about it. We even have someone we have people from the UK, we've got so many people. So you'll find that on our breakfast show, we will try to incorporate each and every part of said about the seeds that you sow now. Like what you said, what you're doing right now is going to fruit. What fruit are you going to reap tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know? So it got me thinking. I'm 34 this year.
Yeah.
So obviously I asked my mentor, where were you at 34?
Yeah.
Because I started to feel like I'm not doing much. And she's like, you know what? I just started Set Apart International. And now it's 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you know what? I got time. I'm gonna start now.
It's a good question though. Like, did you finally make the two of you feel like like I want to
Absolutely not. I was dancing with you.
You know what? I wanted to. But when I saw you going, I was like, with those moves.
I pulled in some Borodel moves from Zimbabwe. You know, did you see those?
Yeah,
Did you see those?
I was about to. I was like, I might just embarrass myself. You know.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on the breakfast show. Unfortunately, we are going to have to love you and you, but we absolutely enjoy having you on the breakfast show. Something that we will be using on music piece that we'll showcase on the next episode is all the way from Zimbabwe. So you stay tuned for that. The notifications on when the next breakfast show will be. Like I said, it's every fortnight.
True. And remember to send through your clips. We want to know how you're getting ready for church. We want to know how the weather is where you are. If there's something that you would want us to talk about during sport, please make sure that you do. If you're a foodie, please send through your clips of doing up your food, whatever it is your taste is. Please do send in your clips, because remember, it is you that actually makes the show.
Awesome. So from us here, from the Arise Breakfast Show team, to you guys at home, we love you, God bless, and goodbye.
See you.
Be strong.